Thank you, Madam Speaker. I rise today on behalf of the official opposition to offer my thoughts and prayers to the Prime Minister, his wife, all parliamentarians, and indeed all Canadians who are experiencing or know someone affected by COVID-19. I would also like to thank all public health officials and frontline healthcare workers who are working around the clock to keep Canadians healthy and safe. These are extraordinary times, with the World Health Organization declaring COVID-19 a global pandemic. It is incumbent on everyone to exercise the highest degree of caution. My colleagues and I, in direct collaboration with our friends across the aisle, have come to an arrangement to suspend Parliament while ensuring the government continues to have the authority and capability to provide our country with necessary financial supports. There continue to remain significant questions about the Government of Canada's management of this pandemic, and while we understand that COVID-19 does not respect borders, the government can consider measures to further contain the virus from spreading, such as more vigorous screening upon entry, mandatory quarantine for those who do enter from high-risk countries, or potentially stopping incoming and outgoing flights from high-risk areas. The government relying on Canadians to have enough supplies to weather the pandemic is simply not enough. Canadians need to be reassured that the government is prepared to assist and support those affected by the coronavirus. We also need to see a comprehensive plan to protect the health and safety of all Canadians.
First of all, I want to thank all parties for the collaboration. This is a decision we took all together. We've been working together. It's important to mention that we did this together, and it's the right thing to do. The priority for the government, but also for all members in this House, is the health and the safety of all Canadians. So today we took the decision to adjourn Parliament until April 20th. Other important things are contained in that motion. For example, the Free Trade Agreement bill, the CUSMA, has been passed, a third reading, and it should be passed today also in the Senate. We have the means to spend money in terms of emergencies. There are mechanisms, of course, to follow that, but we need to be able to intervene in this delicate and difficult situation, and that is included also in the motion. What we're doing today shows how serious we're taking this and how we can collaborate together.
This is an extraordinary day, and this is an extraordinary measure. I think I'd like to thank the government House Leader. We've worked well together to come up with something I don't think any of us particularly wanted to do, but felt that was necessary to do. So we have agreed to this motion. We've agreed to it with, I think, some very important measures. Number one, we've allowed the government flexibility to address this crisis as needs arise, but we've also built into it some accountability measures, specifically calling on the Auditor General to automatically examine any of the warrants, any of the spending that occurs when the House is not sitting. We're comforted by that. We also, while we do support this action, we also will continue to do our job as the official opposition to hold the government accountable for their plan as this unprecedented situation unfolds. We've said that we want to see the plan for additional screening measures. We want to see the plan for things like health supplies. We will continue to press for those answers, even though we don't have the tool of question period. So we're working, I think, together as best as we can, but we want to make sure that we still perform our functions as members of Parliament and as the official opposition. So we're working together today to take this step, which we had extensive meetings yesterday that this is the recommendation that we are comfortable with. So we'll hope to be back on the 20th of April to resume our normal duties. But until that time, we'll continue to hold the government accountable and work together in the interest of Canadians during this difficult time.